Rex Salazar, the Evo turned superhero, and Max Steel, the ultra-linked wielder of turbo energy. These techno teens always manage to save the day with their mechanical themed superpowers. But what would happen if this Evo to hero and Tachyon Titan were to get into this clash of the generations? Welcome to Fiction Duel. Having the innate trait of having control over himself and his powers despite being an Evo, Rex was taken in by Providence to cure out-of-control Evos, and thanks to his nanite-based machinery, that was easier done than said. His go-to build is the Smack Hands, which he can use for enhanced strength, launch himself in the air, even act as a makeshift drill. His BFS can cut cabrones down on the molecular level, and his sick hover bike is dubbed the Rex Ride. When his arch-nemesis Van Kleist crippled him, an MRI was performed on him, and it was discovered that Rex had the Omega-1 nanite sealed inside of him. Once he uncrippled himself, not only did he regain his powers, he also gained blueprints for stronger builds. For example, his Blastcaster comes in the form of a dynamo pack and a black whip, which can be used to capture foes with electric shocks as a bonus, and Block Party, an all-encompassing energy barrier that can block and deflect attacks. As for his nanite specifically, they have been shown to enhance his durability to a point where he could survive being inside the space elevator and being tossed through buildings. Not to mention, they have been shown to passively heal him and adapt to a point where they can cure foreign elements. Granted, he hasn't access to an infinite supply of nanites to draw from, which led to his development of a sixth sense of sorts when he fought against Breach. Now, let's talk about Maxwell. Due to being a Tachyonian human hybrid, he has access to an unlimited amount of Tachyon Unlimited Radiant Bio-Optimized Energy, or Turbo Energy for short. Thanks to him being connected to the Ultralink Enviro Act Steel X377, also known as Steel, he serves as an inhibitor for endless wells of turbo energy and focuses that energy into different turbo modes. His most commonly used mode is Turbo Strength mode, which can casually lift several hundred tons. Turbo Speed mode focuses on running speed and has been shown to dodge lightning. His more impressive modes are Turbo Rocket and Turbo Nova, can easily fly into space. Nova mode specifically can explore black holes and the center of stars thanks to the mode's durable exterior. His green turbo energy is not only stronger, but comes with the added effect of coming in the form of a surfboard and a jetpack? If we're being honest here, my brother looks like a rescue hero. With his smack hands alone, Rex can defeat Evos who can level large buildings at the beginning of his career. Scaling Rex to Breach, the creepy schoolgirl, she was able to transport all of Greenville, Ohio into her own pocket dimension, which would put Rex at around city level plus. On a final note, Rex used his smack hands to stop the space elevator, which would require 23.38 gigatons of TNT. In the crossover event, Generator Rex Heroes United, Rex Salazar was able to fight on par with some of Ben Tennyson's aliens, including Diamond Head and Humongosaur, who both have planet-level feats. For higher ant scaling, in the same crossover event, Rex survived a direct blast from a singularity event that Rex's older brother Caesar compared to a collapsing star, and this is further supported by the fact that the same cannon blaster that maintained the singularity was used against the consortium. Not only did they survive without a scratch, but Rex matched it with his Omega-1 nanite form. Similar to Rex, Max early in his career has large building level feats in fighting the Elementors and other villains. In the episode Extroyer Unleashed, he had enough energy to charge a nuclear missile that would have easily destroyed all of Copper Canyon. And in his Turbo Heat mode, Max managed to thaw out a small island in the span of a few seconds. In the TV movie Wrath of Machina, The final battle consisted of Max Steel in his Turbo Titan mode going up against Makino's Turbo Annihilation mode. Makino himself constructed a weapon that was going to cut the planet in half, which utilized Max's turbo energy. Not only does Max have multiple planetary level feats, when he obtained green turbo energy, Steel admitted that he couldn't reliably contain Max's energy anymore and compared Max's energy output to that of a small sun, putting Maxwell McGrath at large planetary to star level. For speed, Rex has been seen dodging bullets, lightning, and even reacting to lasers. However, scaling him to Ben's aliens like Diamond Head, who is relatively equal speed-wise to Chromastone, whose species has been seen to effectively travel across space. Even Necrophrygians, as babies, can travel across entire galaxies. I'm not saying our Ombre Rex can run at NFTL speeds. I'm saying to effectively fly at these speeds, one would have to be able to perceive at these speeds, which Rex would naturally scale towards since he contended with Diamond Head. Max should be at similar speeds, considering his aforementioned Rocket and Nova mode to traverse across space. In terms of training, both characters were taken in by secret agencies, and for Rex it was Providence, and for Max and Steel it was Entech. Both characters were depowered at one point but just ended up becoming stronger towards the end and could prove to be very clever in a battle. So let's say this fight takes place in Copper Canyon and Rex is transported there via a familiar singularity. Max is sent by Entech to investigate the scene. Rex notices Max come in with the turbo car and mistakes him for an Evo. Rex intends to cure him, which results in a fight. Both fighters on paper are equal in terms of power and speed, with debatable differences between them, where one could easily see one is better than the other in any given area. So this fight would boil down to longevity and win conditions. Rex, with his infinite Omega nanites, can reasonably supply himself with enough resources for his builds, and he is even shown to restart his heart and protect him while unconscious. While Max can draw upon unlimited turbo energy, his body can only handle so much of that energy at once, and he can eventually grow tired. One could say Max's turbo touch can tamper with Rex's build. However, the problem with that is that it only shocks organic beings. Not to mention, Rex's nanites adapted to a molecular destabilizer. Even then, Rex can just use his Techno Touch to tamper with Max's weapons, tech, and even Steel himself, limiting Max's options. Sure, Max has his stronger green turbo energy and space travel, but the fight will eventually get to a point where Rex will just crush that battle into bits, smaller than his nanites in his Omega Evo form, making Rex Salazar el ganador. That's all for today's video, homies. Hope you enjoyed this installment of Fiction Duel. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more content, and let me know in the comments what kind of matchup you would want next. Until next time, keep on creating. See you around.